everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? I'm
Hi.
really excited about this one because I get to hang out with Patrice. So, my name is Donna Zeichfinger, and I am the proud host of this virtual vegan travel summit and the owner of Green Earth Travel. And I would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, especially the one here right now, who is the Korea Tourism Organization. They're our platinum level sponsor. And Antara River Cruises in India, our gold level sponsor for their support of the Vegan Travel Summit. Without their support, this would not be possible. So this this session is being recorded on Zoom webinar, and all attendees can use the interactive Q&A function to ask any questions for each of the presenters or the hosts. I will be answering the questions at the end of at the end of our talk. So just hang tight. There's a little button down there that says Q&A. So just go ahead and ask a question down there. Excuse me. All attendees will be able to watch the replays up until the end of the summit for free, which is what, Tuesday, I think, is our last day.
That's right.
But if you'd like to access and watch all the sessions, or if you've missed some already, you can purchase the replay for a reduced price of $9.99 up until the end of the summit. And then after the summit, the price will go up to $19.99, and you'll have access to it for about 3 months, I believe. So you can go on to what you do is to do this, you go onto the 3-dot menu on the top of the right, click My Purchases, browse the tickets, and then select Replay Access, click Purchase, and you can pay with PayPal or with a credit or debit card. And with that, I would like to get started on this. Hi, Patrice. How are
Hi,
you?
Donna. I am great, and it's an honor to be on such a platform. Thank you for hosting us, and we're happy to be a sponsor.
Thank you. So I want to talk to you about Patrice. Let me tell you about how I met Patrice before we get started. I got an email and I thought it was, I don't know, I thought it was like a spam email at first when I first got it. And you called me and said, "Hey, I heard you're a vegan travel agent, and we have this fam trip." And let me explain to you guys what a fam trip is if you don't know. It's a working trip, and I think Jason has already explained it in one of his seminars. I know Bridie did has in the past as well. It's a working trip for travel professionals, and it's not a vacation. It's a trip where they will take you to the country or to the hotel that they want to market, and you go all around the country, and you look at different hotels, look at different sightseeing venues. It's like nonstop. I went for 9 days. I think we went from like 7 in the morning until like 11 o'clock at night every day, looking at things, checking out restaurants, so that we can make sure that we are designing the right itinerary for you. So, so Patrice called me and said, "Hey, do you want to go to South Korea? It's an all vegan trip, fam trip." And I jumped at the chance as soon as I figured out it wasn't spam that she was calling me on.
I never thought you were spam, Patrice, just so you know.
Well,
Thank you.
I mean, these days you just have to be careful. So, um, I went and I had a great time. I went with Bridie. I got to meet Bridie in person, and I got to meet Kimchi, who some of you know from Veg Johnson Journeys, and Verena Earhart from New York Vegan. I think she's the one. She's the reason why I met you. And we had a great trip. I mean, we spent a few days in Seoul, Korea. We went to the travel mark, right? The travel market that happens like once a year.
Yes,
Is that
every
right?
October. Yes, that's
Yeah,
correct.
and we met with, I don't know, I met with like at least 30 vendors. There had to be a couple hundred vendors there, but I picked out certain vendors that I wanted to meet with. And because of this trip, I now have a trip going in September, which we'll be talking about later. And so that's it. And I will let Patrice take over from here.
Yes, just to add to what Dana mentioned about educational trips to Korea, we feel that it's important for our advisors or tour operators to actually see Korea, experience it, and by experiencing it, we they can actually sell it easier. And that was our first vegan travel professional trip. So Bridie, Donna, they're all Korean vegan specialists. So thank you. And they provided feedback. So we are able to pretty much enhance our vegan tourism. So I am happy to be on this platform this evening. And our topic, kimchi and beyond, a plant-powered trek to South Korea. I'm going to be very short, less than 10 minutes, because I think it's important for us to follow up with a discussion and be able to answer all of your questions. So these are some of the reasons why you should consider traveling to Korea. And I say it, Korea is indeed a must visit destination. And once you visit Korea, you'll always go back. You will actually fall in love with Korea. And Korea offers not just the unique experiences, but there are several vegan friendly accommodation, vegan food scene, which I'm going to dive a little deeper later on, and some vacations Donna mentioned about. And the people in Korea are very, very friendly, right? So you walk throughout Korea, they'll tell you 감사합니다, which means thank you. And it's just thank you for coming to Korea. Thank you for everything you do. You Americans on a whole do for Korea. This is the gateway to Korea. It's Incheon International Airport. I mean, this my first experience several years ago. I didn't want to leave the airport. It's clean. The people were very friendly. 5 minutes from the airport, there's a golf course. At the airport, there's a spa. There's a museum of Korean culture. You could dress in a hanbok. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the hanbok later on. There are private sleeping rooms. And if you're just there for a long layover, you could actually experience a complimentary tour to Seoul. But before you travel, just go online and just reserve a tour to downtown Seoul. Getting around Korea is very, very easy. This is the KTX express train, and it stops at all major cities throughout Korea. In Korea, you would realize the signs are in English and Korean, so you wouldn't have an issue. Subway system is very advanced and it's very clean. From Seoul to Busan, it's only 2.5 hours. We did it last October.
It
It was like,
was it was so fast. I mean,
yes,
it's
you.
the same distance. I think it's the same distance. I don't mean to interrupt, but
That's fine.
I think it's the same distance from DC to New York, right? Somewhere around
Um,
there.
yeah,
And
but no, this one I think from it's like what DC to New York is how long?
about three by train about 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
This is actually shorter because I think like 2 hours 15 minutes max.
But I
But
think it's the same distance though. It's
oh,
just
okay,
this
yes,
train is really
yes,
fast, is what I
yes,
was getting
really
at.
and
You don't even
comfortable.
hear it. Yeah.
325 kilometers is the
Yeah.
distance between
Yes,
Busan and Seoul.
Yeah.
okay. So getting around like Donna said is very 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 easy, and a lot of people don't know this, but there are four seasons in Korea: spring, March to May. And what we've been experiencing is a lot of cherry blossoms. So if you want to go to Korea during cherry blossoms, just let me know. I'll give you locations and dates. That has been a growing trend for Korea. And then, of course, in summer, June to August, fall, September to November. And I think that's when you were there, Donna, along
Right.
with
I
the
was
other
there in
team.
October of 2022. It's
Okay.
beautiful.
And then winter, December. And during July and August, there's a short monsoon. Now, Seoul, I love Seoul. Seoul is a city that never sleeps. Look at it. There's something for everyone. And while you're in Seoul, it's one of the most peaceful rest you could actually experience. So you're in your hotel, you don't hear anything on the outside. But if you wanted to find something to do in Seoul, there's something 24/7. At the top of Seoul, that's the Seoul Tower, and you could get a bird's eye view of the entire city. At the Seoul Tower, there are restaurants. So you could, all right, I'm going to go and experience and just, take in the views of Seoul. So that's an attraction that we always promote. Some of the,
is that where the Forest restaurant is?
no, no,
Okay.
I don't think the Forest Restaurant is in Seoul,
That's
but
in the
it's not.
tallest building. I'm looking at
Lotte,
that.
Lotte Tower, is it? I
Latte.
think,
Yes, yes.
yes,
Thank you. Right there in the middle. That's the
right.
fifth tallest building in the world or something.
I'm not too sure, but I know it's one of the tallest
Yeah.
buildings in the world. But and you'll talk a little bit about the Forest Restaurant. I never
Yes.
experienced it, but I heard that it has amazing reviews.
Yes.
So you're in Seoul now, and there are 5 royal palaces in Seoul. And this was a real treat for me and a lot of the travel professionals who I travel with to Korea. They wake up and we could pretty much leave our hotel and walk into a palace. So the Gyeongbokgung Palace, this is the largest and most beautiful palace in the heart of Seoul. And at the Gyeongbokgung Palace, you could actually experience the changing of the gods ceremony, which goes way back for the Joseon dynasty. And one of my favorite things to do is the hanbok experience. And what that is dressing up like the kings and queens of the Joseon dynasty. Every time I go to Korea, I have to do that because it's that Instagrammable moment. You feel like a princess or a queen dressed in that silk dress. Right, Donna? Did you do that?
No, well, yes, yeah. I don't think it was soap though, but it was because it was the vegan trip, but I had to wear because I was the old one in the group, they made me the queen. So I had to wear that hat, the big
Oh,
hat. It's
yes.
actually, if you guys go onto my Facebook page, it's on there somewhere. That thing must have weighed 8 pounds easily on my neck.
Hey, being a queen is hard work, Donna.
I am
But
a queen. I am a princess.
yes,
But yes,
yes.
I just thought it was funny because they thought, I'm the old one, so I get to be the queen
Right.
mom.
Yes. So you could do that. And then a little secret is that once you wear the hanbok, you get into most attractions for free.
Oh,
So
really? I didn't get
yes,
that.
yes. So you wear that hanbok and you get into the palaces for free. So you'll see a lot of Koreans wearing their hanboks. They get in for free and they take those photos and upload them to their profiles.
I
And
do
of
have
course,
I have a quick question because I just
mhm.
read this recently and I unfortunately did this, but I was told not to take pictures of people there unless I don't know. There was something about it was considered not polite to take photos of people and post them.
I've
Um,
never heard of that.
yeah,
Because
I
I
think that's
mean,
the case. I think that's
yeah,
the case in most places now, is you
yeah,
just get permission before you snap away
right,
and
because
you
you
want
don't
to
know
do
if
that,
people.
and you want
Yeah.
to do that because I mean, even you wouldn't want someone taking pictures of you and
right,
not even asking permission. But I could tell you, a lot of the food vendors, if you say, "Can I take a photo with you?" They're like, "Okay, yes," but then just to sneak up and take a photo, I wouldn't want that either.
right,
So I
Mhm,
always
right.
think it's best to ask,
mhm.
Yeah.
right? And just to add to some of the gems, the Gwangjang Market, which has over 5,000 stalls, retail stores. It's the oldest market in Seoul. The National Museum of Korea and shopping. Korea has been trending for K-beauty. So if you want mask for 50 cents, some of the best masks are pretty much in Seoul. Did you want to say something, Donna?
Um, well, no, I love shopping. So I did a lot of shopping there, I have to say. So
Mhm.
no, it's my favorite thing.
Okay. And then Gyeongju. Gyeongju is an amazing city. So Gyeongju is 2 hours from Seoul, KTX, or if you wanted to drive, is 4 hours. But I always say, if you're going to Korea for the first time, use a tour guide. It's not that expensive at all. At least they'll give you, a full tour. So when you go back the second time, because I guarantee you that you want to go back to Korea a second time, right? And from Busan to Gyeongju is less than an hour. So you could either stop and visit Gyeongju on your way from Seoul, or when you get to Busan, you could just drive an hour. And Gyeongju is known as the city without walls. So throughout Gyeongju, every square foot is a historic attraction and UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It's pretty much the home of the Shilla dynasty. At the Bulguksa Temple, there are two gold statues, and the Bulguksa Temple is known as the number one historical site in Korea. Sokguum and the royal tombs. This is where the queens, we talk about queens and kings, where they buried all their jewels.
I'm going to be
Um,
buried there. At that
and
big mound right there.
like Donna, Korea has done a great job at preserving its history and the attractions, because you go into these tombs and they're the goals. You could actually touch, take pictures. It's a really beautiful attraction. And then the Chomsongdae.
And
Guess
how
what?
many
Beautiful.
people, this is what blew me away. Whoops. How many people are in those tombs buried? It's like
I'm not
one
too
or two
sure, but
people, right? That's what they
yeah,
told
but
us.
it's not many, but I think that they're like what 10 or 11 tombs.
Yeah,
But they all of the tombs that are opened, you can go in and see the jewels, the
right.
artifacts. You see how people lived. It's a really, really unique experience.
That photo didn't do it justice. It was the tombs are so huge that it's mind blowing that just a few people
Yeah,
are in each one.
yeah.
That's what I
And if
wanted to bring.
and if we share and if we share the presentation, it would be great because I would add some of the inside views of the tombs on a whole, so you could see what Donna was saying. And then Busan. Busan is our largest um, cruise city, and it's one of those destinations that you must visit. Um, these are some of the gems. There are beaches in Korea. When I tell people this, they're like, "Oh, no way! Korea doesn't have any beaches," and they're
Yes, they do.
beautiful beaches. So this is the Haeundae Beach, and it's always this clean. It's beautiful, and every year there's the annual Sand Castle Festival. I'm not too sure what date it is for this year. At the Gwangang Bridge, there's a fireworks festival. Every October, the first week of October, is a fireworks festival. So if you love fireworks like I do, that's a perfect time to visit. At the bottom, you see the Gangchong Culture Village. This used to be a real rundown village until the residents reached out to government and said, "We want to uplift our community." They worked with the government, and now this is one of the number one attractions in
It,
in Busan.
oh, it was amazing. It's like an art village,
Yeah.
and you can get lost there. In fact, I did. And I think that's where I will get me lost anywhere, but I think that's where, well, I think the BTS boys were there that
Yes.
weekend,
Yes.
and there was a line. I'm not kidding. I don't mean to distract, but there was a
That's
line
fine.
that was like 3 blocks long, and I thought one of them was there, but in
Uh,
actuality, there was a mural, painted mural on this building, and all the people were nicely and politely in line waiting to take a photo of themselves with the mural, not with the real BTS boys.
There you go.
If only the United States and Canada were that way. If we were all
Yeah,
patient.
yeah, they're not.
You're right, Jason. And of course, in Korea, we have the only UN Memorial Cemetery. And then this is where we're taking Korea to a different level, and our focus is on vegan travel. And we started with Donna, Bridie, Kim, and Verena when they went to Korea because we wanted their views and feedback. And so when they came back, they were like, yes, indeed, Korea is indeed a vegan destination. So we sent Happy Cow along with Veg News, and they had the same sentiments. And so what the team did was that they launched a world-class vegan travel in Korea guide, and it's online. I'm going to have Jason add it to the resource page so that you could take a look at it. And this guide covers vegan friendly hosts, vegan accommodations, temple food, um, vegan cooking classes, a list of restaurants in Seoul, Busan, Gyeongju, Jeonju, Daegu, Jeju. Right now in Korea, Seoul alone, there are 10 Happy Cow ambassadors, right? And so I'm telling you that Korea is on the right path for vegan tourism. And if you visit, you will not be disappointed. So, temple food. And I'm going to read this because I think this is very important. This is where, on a whole, I always say that Korean temple food, it vegan is not new in Korea. Temple food is a culinary tradition that nourishes the body, soul, both body and soul, and where every meal is a celebration of balance, mindfulness, and the timeless connection between food and spirituality. Now, temple food, it aligns with the Buddhist teachings and it promotes health and well-being. So, what we do, and I think, Donna, did you get to go to one of the temples in Korea?
Yes, I went to the temple, the all-female temple.
Is that the Jing? I think it's a Jingwansa in Seoul. Was it in
Yes,
Seoul? So you must have
yes,
went to Jingwansa Temple, and
yeah.
so that's like a 45-minute ride just outside. But this, as a matter of fact, this photo is a lunch serving at the
Right.
Jingwansa Temple, right?
If I can,
Everything. Go ahead.
I was just going to tell you, when we were there, we were told that Jill Biden spent a night there or two. I
That's
think she
correct.
spent, yeah,
That's correct. So, it's one of those, and I think that Jason would tell you a little bit more because the vegan trip that we have going in May, which of course I'll be on that trip, and we have quite a few bookings already for that trip. So we will also experience vegan food. So if you've never experienced temple food, so if you've never experienced temple food, please join us. This is worth the experience. This is the Jingwansa Temple, but this is just one building. I mean, it's on acres, right? So during this, when we visit the Jingwansa temple, we would always also do some meditation. We'll do cooking, we'll do a culinary class, and we'll also eat lunch there. Now, throughout Korea, there are over 130 temples. So this, on a whole, makes Korea a perfect fit also for vegan travelers. And temples offer only exclusive, so you don't have to worry about anything being mixed. It's exclusively plant-based cuisine. And like I mentioned, immersion in the Buddhist teaching, the vegan cooking class, and we're just going to be there for a half a day, but some people spend up to 2 days.
I would love to do that. I do know that you have to eat a certain way with a certain, one thing I learned with, first off, I can't eat with chopsticks. I can't, but you have to like hand off. I don't know, there's like two sets of chopsticks. One is for serving, one is for
Yeah, that's
eating.
correct.
And
That's
then when you serve, you have to serve the person next to you. And so there's like this, am I right on this? There's like a whole
yeah,
procedure on
but
it. If you
but
don't do it, they slap your hand. They don't slap your hand, but they.
yeah, but I think though, I they're not that tough because they'll explain to you how it works. But if you've never done it before, you'll always make a mistake before you get it, more mistakes before you get it right.
Right.
So people just dive in and people will just, enjoy the moment because we're talking about all the different foods and oh my God, this one tastes great. This one tastes like something else. And so it's all about the experience and you'll
Right.
realize just being there, it's just this peacefulness that comes over you, right? So I definitely recommend it.
That's my
Now,
favorite part of
Absolutely.
vacations, is being able to go and immerse yourself and have an experience that you've never had before. And even if you don't know what's going on, just being able to learn about it, that's always my most favorite part of traveling.
Yeah.
perfect. And we have to get you there, Jason, because you haven't been to Korea. So I need to
Very
get you and
soon.
Marjorie there. All right.
I'll hold you to it.
Yes. So and then this is from Happy Cow, fully vegan restaurant. So if you go online, you'll see fully vegan restaurants in Korea. There are 67 in
All
Seoul alone,
vegan?
all vegan. And this is from their list, okay? They visited all of the restaurants and 67 in Seoul, in Busan. There are over 100. And this was surprising to us, the street food, only because, everyone thinks, everybody, Korea is known as known for its meat. However, um, the vegan food is something for everyone. And the street food offers vegan food, right? Even on Happy Cow, there's something, a little note that say, I'm vegan. So you show it in Korean and you show it to the vendor and she will prepare vegan food for you. So throughout Korea, the street food is some of the food is great. But vegan, they said that they were pleasantly surprised by the amount of vegan street food in Seoul.
Yeah, you don't see those numbers of 67 and 100 in every single city. There's even some big cities in North America that you can hit, and they've got a lot of places that can do a veg option for you. But to be vegan restaurants, those are huge numbers.
That's
So I
a
think that's
lot. That
great.
is, yeah, that is a huge number. And I know it's growing in Korea. I know you guys are really pushing it.
Yes. Yeah, because we think that, there's from the temple food to the vegan restaurants, there's something for vegan travelers. And we will continue to work on it until, every vegan traveler understands that Korea is a must-visit country. And, kimchi, there are over 200 types. Kimchi is served with pretty much every meal in Korea, fermented vegetables, and there are probiotic benefits from kimchi. So I always say you could go
Interesting.
to H Mart. It's great. Um, People use it for medicinal purposes. I try to eat it every day. Um, my Korean counterparts, they eat it every day because they say you live longer and you never really get sick. So
There
so
you
try
go.
eating more kimchi, right? And then Jason, I'm gonna have you
Absolutely. Well, this part I'm really excited to talk about because pretty much everything that Patrice talked about, you will get a chance to experience if you join this soul to soul vegan journey itinerary that's taking place in May 2024, this coming year. It takes place from May 27th to the 30th. It's a 4-day, 3-night package where you'll be able to get a real introductory vegan friendly travel experience in Seoul. You've heard here that Patrice is going to be on the itinerary with you, so you've got someone there that's going to be able to help you. I know for a lot of travelers from North America, traveling to another country where you don't necessarily know the language or how to be able to translate can be a little challenging. This itinerary is going to be perfect for you because you're not going to be alone. You're going to be with a group of like-minded folks, and you're going on a vegan-friendly experience. You're going to be able to see things like the palaces that were talked about. You are going to be able to see the markets. There's a fashion district that you're going to get a chance to explore. You're also going to get a chance to participate in the meditation at the and Donna, you said that the temple you were at was an all-female temple.
It
Is it
was
okay
female
for us?
run.
Yes.
It's female run, so it's still
Yeah.
okay for us males to
Yes,
be
no,
Of
at the
course,
absolutely.
of
temple.
course,
It's
yes.
Perfect.
just the only all-female run. They're all nuns there, and do not call them monks because I made that mistake and she almost slapped my hand.
Mm.
So,
Got it.
no, she's not. She was great. I think she's a famous nun too.
Yeah, well, I just being able to have that experience and be immersed in that experience
Yeah.
is something that I think a lot of folks would really enjoy. You're also going to get a chance to do a vegan kimchi class. So you're going to get to make some vegan kimchi. I'm assuming that at every meal you're going to be able to try the different types of kimchi that are available. I did not know about the hanbok. Did I say that right?
That's perfect. Yes.
I did not know that that was a thing. I am also really excited to try that when I get a chance to go to Korea. But you're going to get a real nice experience where you get to immerse yourself in Seoul. It's not a long itinerary, so there are some post-tour extensions that are available. But this is where Donna and I can really help you on your trip. If you wanted to take this experience and maybe you didn't know where to go next, we definitely can help you piece together a full trip. We can get you from your home all the way to Korea, and then we can help you get back as well. Some of our clients have done trips where they visit multiple different countries
Right,
all
I
in
was
one
just gonna say that.
shop because Asia is a really far destination to go and visit. So I think some people, when they see 4 days, 3 nights, think about, well, I don't want to take that long flight for that. But there are tons of ways that we can help you craft an Asian experience that makes Korea the center point for you and really allows you to immerse yourself in that destination.
Right.
There are 4-star and 5-star hotel accommodations. So if you are a person who's like, no, I really want to travel in luxury, they've picked out some wonderful accommodations for you. Pricing is really reasonable for the package. You've got $1,235 per person based on double occupancy if you choose a 4-star. You've got $1,435 per person based on double occupancy if you're in 5-star. So there are tons of ways that we are able to help you get this vacation booked. You can go to our website, veganvacations.ca, to be able to see this whole itinerary. We've bookmarked it on our main page, and you can reach out to myself or Donna and we can help you book this soul to soul vegan journey. I really wish I had the time in May this year to be able to go because I'm a little jealous.
You're gonna go. You're gonna go
Oh,
on
I'm gonna
another
go.
trip.
I just mean this particular itinerary seems like the perfect introduction to this country
Yeah,
because you're gonna get to see all the high points. And like Patrice said, you're probably gonna come home and want to book your next trip right away. And then
Yes.
you're gonna be able to take the KTX yourself. You're gonna handle everything. You're gonna already know the lingo because Patrice will have taught you. So if you're interested, reach out and we can get you some more details.
And Donna, just to add, I think when you mentioned it's a famous chef, I think you meant Jong Kwan. She was on the chef's table on Netflix. Is that the chef you
no,
met?
the famous nun. Did I say chef?
But no, the famous
The
nun, yeah.
famous nun. Yes,
We
yes, that
said
was
Ben
her.
Jong Kwan. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
So she was on Chef's Table on Netflix, right? And it was at the Baekyangsa Temple, not
right,
Jingkwan's Baekyangsa.
right.
So
And I didn't mention on this itinerary, you do have meals included. So there is
yes.
daily breakfast, you've got 2 lunches, and you've got 2 dinners. These meals will be vegan friendly, so you don't have to worry about that. And I think, again, for me, I'm always stressed out when I went to Mexico and hadn't been there in quite a long time. And I was so nervous because I was going on my own and I didn't speak the language and I was, I was struggling a bit. Once I got there, I was a bit better. So the thought of having someone that you can rely on to help you navigate and translate just makes the experience that much better.
Right.
You're right.
Patrice, you've already got a chance to see her personality. It's going to be a fun itinerary if Patrice is there with you.
Thank you, Jason. But I'm looking forward to it. And we're gonna dress up like you say in the hanbok and
Are you gonna wear the?
Bukung.
Are you gonna wear the crown like I did?
I like the flowers. So I put on a little bandana instead.
What do the guys get to wear?
whatever you want.
Yeah,
Whatever you want, you
you
can
get
pick.
off a lot easier.
Yeah, their hats, their cultural
Perfect.
hats, their, whatever you want. I see some like a king. It's you have different options.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, so should I go on to the next slide?
Sure.
Please do.
Okay.
Oh, goody. Okay, so as you can see, mine is a little longer and a little more costly, but it does include a lot more. We are going to start in Seoul, where the age-old trades meet modern gastronomy. It's
Yeah.
too late as we dive into the pulsating lifeline of the Gwangyang market. You're going to correct me on these, right? And prepare to feel the thrill of tasting most authentic versions of the traditional Korean dishes. A captivating start to the flavorful journey, and you won't believe it's just the beginning. I will tell you in Seoul that I think we hit like maybe 4 or 5 restaurants out of the 100, but they were all, some of them were like just comfort food restaurants, and then some of them were traditional Korean restaurants. And we went to the place at the Lot Tower where
Okay, yeah.
the Forest restaurant was. And I wish I had put the slides in there because the food was just absolutely phenomenal. And then day 2, we're going to go to, we're going to plunge into the culinary culture of Jeongju, the birthplace of bibimbap.
You did it,
I
bibimbap.
I
That's
just
good.
bibimbap. And I have you guys had that before? Because it's really good. I have to say, I've been looking for the perfect restaurant here. I haven't found it. It's nothing like it, like in Korea. And then after lunch, we're going to be dominated by aromas and evoke memories of old Jeongju. And we'll have a historic stroll down Hanak village, which was a really nice, quiet little village there. We liked that place. And I think that was the place where you were told that you have to keep quiet. Am I right? Is that the one?
Because some of the
The
residents
residents
still
don't
live
like,
there,
right, they
so
live
we
there. So
try
you're
to be respectful. Yeah.
right. So you have to be quiet and just, take in the sights. And then we'll go down. And then as the day unwraps, we'll go into the intricacies of kimchi making, a testament to the well-preserved culinary heritage. And then day 3, as we navigate the vibrant village life, followed by a spicy journey into the heart of the Sungchang Gochang Village. That's the art village, right?
Right.
Is that, yeah. And repeat with flavorful escapades. So, I mean, I'm getting hungry just looking at all and just talking about all this. But I do want to back up and say I am partnered with a very well-known company that is doing this tour. It's Intrepid Travel, and they do a phenomenal, I've been working with them for years. They do a great trip. They were actually one of the first mainstream companies to do vegan trips in South Korea and vegan trips in general. And then day 3, we're going to okay, so in day 3, I already talked about that. Day 4, we're going to embrace the tranquility of a temple stay. And this will be at the heart of the holy journey with a chance to dive into the meditative rituals of the monks. And I'm really looking forward to that because I need to be stress-free. I don't know about you guys, but things
No
can
better
be
way than being at a
stressful
temple.
yeah,
Yep.
you can't, you have to at a temple. You really literally, they make you just chill out. And then day 5, we're going to the Golden Seaside Sun in Busan, which I have to say, I didn't go to the beaches. I went on the cruise on the little yacht charter, but we didn't go on the cruises. And the thrills on the menu today with a chance to explore you're going to help me with this, the Hyundai Beach
Hyundai
mixed.
Beach, perfect.
Okay, mix with the locals and the Simonian Entertainment District and follow up with a soulful monk to chat over warm tea, which is always good.
Yeah.
Day 6, we're going to paint a picture of the beauty of the heights of the Taejani Lighthouse,
Mm-hmm.
and take in the vistas. It's so beautiful there. And then on day 7 we go back to Seoul, and we're going to be ready for a healthy blend of vibrant neighborhoods, electric cultures, and final celebrated meal that wraps up our journey for an unforgettable note. And then on day 8 we come to the end and we have breakfast, and then we start passing around stories and fond memories, and we make friends. All of our tours, the group tours that we've done, Jason, you can attest to this. We've all become lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And so that's really essentially it. I'm really excited for this. We have a few people that are booked already. We just need a few more, and I want you guys to join us. What can I say?
Hey, do you know what? I'm going to make the recommendation, Donna, that you take the first Soul to Soul in May, you get a good taste for it, and then
you
you
come
come
back.
back and they book your itinerary in September, and you can go and see Korea in both beautiful times of the year and be
Well,
able to see it in different seasons.
had I thought about it, I would have put this tour in May, and done like right, backed it up with that. So, but next time you live and learn, right? I can still do a to, uh, I can still do a pre or post tour and do something similar to that one that you guys have booked.
Mm-hmm.
There's some great options for you to be able to go and visit. And like Patrice said, Happy Cow having a travel guide. I know most of us start our travel searches at Happy Cow to be able to
Mm-hmm.
see what's available to you.
Right.
So, what I would recommend to folks who are thinking about Korea, jump onto Happy Cow, take a read through the guide, watch
Yeah.
this replay again just to be able to see some of the visuals and some of the things that Patrice mentioned, and then reach out to Donna or I, and we'll help you craft that perfect itinerary, because we've got access to some great tour operators that are local, that understand what it means to be vegan, and can make sure that the tour is going to suit your needs perfectly.
There is one of the ambassadors, I think, and I can't remember her name. I can send it to you, Jason. We can put it in the notes,
Mhm.
that she is an American living in Korea, and I was following her, and we were supposed to meet up. We never did. But there's a lot of ambassadors that know a lot about Korea on Happy Cow.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's great.
And a lot of them based in Korea also.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying. She's an American that lives in Korea.
Okay. Okay.
So, a couple of things that I'll talk about with the food, um, is I'll be honest, when it comes to, you have to be prepared for certain things. Um, when it comes to breakfast, they don't believe in sugary or I sweet breakfasts. It's all savory. And that took a lot for me to get used to, because I'm all about like fruits and cereal in the mornings, and that's not typically what they'll do. Um, so they do have a lot of tofu dishes. The food was just above and beyond. And I really enjoyed it, and we didn't have any problems. There were certain areas, I think when you get out of the big cities, it's a little more difficult, but if you're with a vegan tour company, you're not going to have any issues at all. We're going to make sure that everything's going to be vegan for you.
And I think that's I think that's the case with most countries. The major cities, you're going to find there's a lot more
Right.
opportunity for you as a
Mm-hmm.
vegan traveler. It's when you go out, you want to make sure you have the right tools. If you don't have someone like Patrice on your itinerary, I always recommend
Mm-hmm.
Google Translate. Google Translate has some packs that you can
Right.
actually download in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
We
You can
use that a
download them
lot.
to you can download them to your phone, and then you've got something that you can speak into that will translate for you, and vice versa.
Right.
That makes things a little bit easier.
And you just show them. I also have an app called Translate, which actually speaks it back to you, so you don't have to
Ah.
say it or just show it.
We
So
also provide our clients with some translation cards for different destinations, something that you can print. This is more for people who have allergies that we
Right.
really use this for.
Right.
But for clients who are going to another country where they just don't want to have the stress of saying something incorrectly or accidentally asking for meat when they said they wanted no meat, that sort of stuff. So we work with our clients to make sure they have those resources that will make them feel comfortable.
So I just want to bring up a couple things that I saw that were really cool. And the immersive museum. Do you remember that, Patrice? It's one of those museums where you had Van Gogh on the walls, you had a safari on the walls, you had the beach. I can't explain it. If anybody's been to a submersive museum, it's really, really cool. Like you feel like you're
Really
in.
the experience, yeah.
Yes. I mean, I've been to a few since then, but not this large. That was one of the largest ones. And then there was a pottery museum, which I found really interesting, considering my husband is a potter, has been a potter for 50 plus years. He wasn't with me. We're trying to get him there. But it was ancient pottery and it was just fabulous. It was amazing. But there are a lot of Korean potters that you really want to check out. So if you're doing something on your own, I can definitely help you out with that because I did a lot of research when I came back for that. And just in general, if you like pottery in general or art in general, it's a great area to be in. In fact, I met a master potter at the trade show. So, yes.
I did want to loop back because I did a bit of research while the presentation was happening. The Latte Tower is the 5th largest in the world.
Fifth.
Yes.
It's
Okay,
That's what I
so
said.
Donna, you were right.
555
I was
meters.
right.
And
Yeah.
it's just slightly taller than the One World Trade Center.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will tell you, they have this glass. Well, first off, you can go out on a ledge there, which
Ooh,
I did
I
not,
fun.
yes,
did not
I've
do.
never done it, but it's, yes.
I would. Oh, so you guys know we were also with vegan influencers, and the cheap lazy vegan was with us, and she went out on there, and I think Verena went out. I'm not sure. Kim and I stayed back, but there was this glass floor that you could
Yeah.
look down. I couldn't even do that. I have a fear of heights that's crazy. So I took a picture of Kim looking at it, and that was about as close as I could get. But it was really kind of cool though, other than that.
I just don't, I can't do it either, but it's, everyone who does it says it's an amazing experience. It's a similar experience to the Willis Tower in Chicago. And I just couldn't do it. But I
They've
mean,
got
to a
one.
cool.
Sorry, I was going to say they've got one in Toronto where you can actually walk the edge of the CN Tower on the
Ah,
outside. Yep. So there's
okay.
daring things for people in a lot of big cities.
Yeah. But I always say, you're going to Korea, go to Seoul, spend a few days in Seoul, maybe 2 days, and head on over to Busan, spend another 2 days and head back to Seoul. Or if you're going to be there for a long time, reach out to Jason and Donna and find out, about the perfect itinerary. Because I'm telling you, once you travel to Korea, you'll always want to go back.
I know, and I'm ready. I am so ready. And I'm trying to get my husband to do a pottery trip since he's a pottery instructor.
Wow.
We do have one question here from Joyce. She wanted to know, is it possible to eat vegan, non-junk food, vegan food, whole food, plant-based without the use of cooking oils or for frying or sauteing? Also salt and sugar and gluten-free, organically produced. I will say that temple food is probably the closest, although it's not, um, I think they use oil though, right? They don't
No,
use,
they don't use yes, in some of you're right. But if you tell them before, they would
they will
prepare it.
do it.
Yes, if
Right,
you but you're right.
right.
Some of the foods they use
It
oil.
it was definitely spicier than I thought it was going to be because I was thinking that it was going to be no salt, no sugar, no oil, no or spicing, and it had a kick to it.
Yeah,
You
but they
know.
don't use garlic, they don't use
Right, they
salt, they
don't
don't
use
use
garlic.
sugar.
That's right.
All of the ingredients are grown on property. So they use something that's, maybe tastes like it, but it's not actually, they don't ever use salt. It's
Right.
all about health.
Yeah, it is all about health. And I got to hug some trees there, which at the temple, which was really nice.
That's
Wow.
I'm a
awesome.
tree hugger.
So
Do
are
we
many
have any other
vegans.
questions at all?
I'm
If
not
not,
seeing any, but we do have this wonderful video that
Oh,
oh,
yes.
that's
Patrice
right.
has
We've got the
for us. So
video. Hold on,
once we're done
guys. Hold on to
once
your
we're
hats.
done,
So let me stop sharing my screen.
yeah. And let me make
Awesome.
sure I share this.
Can't miss this. There she
Temple
is.
cuisine preserves the natural flavors of seasonal ingredients without any additives or artificial processing. The temple diet maintains its origins in Korean traditional dietary culture and is amazingly diverse, though it uses only vegetables. The secret of natural seasonings adds unique, simple flavorings to dishes. Creative recipes to correct nutritional imbalances. And well-developed preservation and fermentation techniques. These remarkable characteristics have brought Korean temple food into the spotlight. Seasonal flowers and vegetables picked from the fields and mountains during the spring, summer, fall, and winter show that temple food is nature itself. Cooking and sharing food, people mingle together in harmony. Natural ingredients and devoted human labor have achieved the perfect food. This tradition of profound, long-cherished taste is now coming to you.
It's so good. I like how she said that at the end. That's so
I thought I was just about to
good.
say that's what she said, Donna. But
So
you saw her
good.
mouth.
Yeah, I
Looks
never get
delicious.
tired of watching that video. It's a masterpiece.
Well, thank you so much, Patrice, for this. This was fabulous. I'm starving now because I haven't had dinner, and neither has Jason. But you guys, if you're interested in my tour, please feel free to contact me and contact Jason. If you want to do an independent tour, if you want to do the short tour. I don't have the short tour up on my website yet. I probably should put that in there. But I want to thank you so much. And I wanted to thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm going to tell you, I've been in this business for close to 40 years, and I've been on, I can't tell you how many fam trips, business trips, and I've never been on one that was all vegan. I've always had to struggle, to get my food. And, Jason, you know this, you just went on some fam trips.
Mhm.
So it was so pleasant to not have to worry about that and to be with like-minded people on this trip. It was really amazing. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yes, and thank you for supporting our summit. As we've said at each of our sessions to everybody, having you as a sponsor has been fantastic. We wouldn't be able to do this without your support. So we hope to get as many people to Korea to be able to experience the culture, the food, and just the warmth of your country in the coming
Yes.
years.
And thank you for having us on this amazing platform. We will always be here to support you. I think it's a great platform to promote vegan tourism and taking it to the next level. And thank you for all of our viewers. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to either of us. We're here to help you and guide you.
Where can they reach you, Patrice?
Patrice at knto.or.kr, or just look online, Korea Tourism Organization. We're in Fort Lee, New Jersey. And the number is there. Just reach out to me anytime. Or if
Okay.
they contact you guys, you could
Or
just
contact
connect
us.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
please share my contact details. We're
Patrice,
always
yeah,
happy to help.
Patrice and I talk like weekly, so we're becoming best
Yes,
friends.
yes.
So
Awesome.
thank you so much, everyone, and have a good night. We will see you tomorrow. Do you know
We
the schedule
we
tomorrow?
start at 11 o'clock in the morning with our vegan hospitality talk. And then we're
Yes.
moving through the day. I've got a presentation on Queensland, Australia. We're going to be traveling the globe tomorrow. So we hope you'll join us again. And be sure, if you're interested in the replay access, to purchase your replay tickets before those prices go up.
And I have 2 talks tomorrow. One is with Carolyn Scott Hamilton. She is a huge TV, you know, not an actress, but she's a TV personality with her own show. And I am also talking about Kenya, which I'm also really excited about. That's going to be back-to-back trips. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great night, everybody.
감사합니다.
Bye.